What's up, everybody, in this beautiful world? How's everybody doing? Is everybody good? How's my people doing? How's my people doing in the real world? In the matrix, in the 3D realm? Everybody good? How's all my people in the underworld? How's all my people in Essos and Westeros? Huh? Game of Thrones? Huh? How's my people on Arrakis? How's my people in the Middle Earth? Huh? How's everybody doing? Is everybody good? Let's call this Game of Thrones. All right? And everybody, I want you to make sure you have your ring. Make sure you have your ring. Right? Put your rings on for you. It usually has your house, right? Meaning the bloodline you come from. Right? Get your rings, man. All right? I left my rings in New York once again. Hey, shout out to New York, man. I grew up there. Hey, New York, I love y'all. Despite what y'all think, I love y'all, New York. Y'all treated me like shit. But I know it wasn't the regular New Yorkers. It was the powers that be that influence and have power and control over New York. But everybody in New York, shout out to you, New York. You know what I'm saying? All in New York. You know what I'm saying? Westchester, all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, man. For real. Hey, and I want to say peace. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna say peace to the locks, man. Peace, man. No more beef, no more grudges. I disrespected Yonkers because I was mad at y'all. Yonkers, I used to play basketball in Yonkers, man. I used to go to Yonkers and hoop. Sometimes me and my siblings, my family members, my friends. We would hoop all over New York though, but I usually go down to Yonkers because it was right down the street, literally down the street from my house. All right? So shout out to Yonkers. I'm not mad at y'all. A couple celebrities from Yonkers, like DMX. Get at me, dog. Who else? Mary J. Shout out to Mary J. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's from Yonkers. Like, shout out to y'all, man. I don't want no beef. I want to make things right. If I'm gonna be in this matrix, I'm gonna make things right, man. Shout out to Yonkers. I grew up in Mount Vernon. You know what I'm saying? But we could tell, like when I used to play basketball in Hartley Park, we could tell who was from Yonkers because y'all had a different lingo. That's how New York is, man. You could tell when people from different places because they had different lingos. Some call it slang. But let's just say for ancient times, Game of Thrones, it was like your accent, right? Your tribal tongue, right? We'll call it that. I was, I told y'all, I discussed the creation thing, how the Nephilim were creating creatures, right? They wanted to make their own kingdom, so they started to make their own creatures. They weren't just going to stop at making their own mankind. They were going to make animals as well, so they made their own creatures. So when I think of the dire wolf, right? I'm thinking about the magic of what's his name? Jon Snow. Shout out to Jon Snow. Hey, Jon Snow, where's your show at, man? Did they cancel your show or you just said you didn't want to do the show? Because they messed up the 8th season? He was like, nah, I don't want to do this no more. But shout out to Jon Snow, man. Hey, Jon Snow has heart. You know why? They killed Jon Snow and he came back stronger than ever. But his abilities were because of his bloodline, because of the Starks and the Targaryens. He had magic in his blood. So he had wolf dreams, and I guess he possibly had dragon dreams. Right? So when I think about a dire wolf, I'm looking at Lord of the Rings. Which book came first, Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones? Because the dire wolf looks completely different from the dire wolf that I see on the surface. So the dire wolves look more like hyenas on steroids. And in the Game of Thrones, the dire wolf looks like a giant alpha wolf. So which one is the real dire wolf? Is it the Game of Thrones version of a dire wolf? Or is it the Lord of the Rings version of a dire wolf? Which came first? The underworld or the surface world? Or which story came first? Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings? We'll call this Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. The show has paused. The show has paused. The season is over. Winter is coming. It's still hot outside though, but winter is coming. Winter is coming. Right? So I'm listening to YouTube as usual, because I like to chill out. Listen to a little music. I see LeBron James is doing a commercial with Kevin Hart. I challenge you. Now, and listen. If the world is seeing my videos, it's out there now. They know that we exist. And this is not me blaspheming, but let's just say we are the gods. Right? I challenge you, mighty gods. Who amongst you can stand before me? Who wants to challenge me? Maybe we should meet in the astral realm. If we don't want to fight in the physical world, we'll meet in the astral realm and fight. I challenge all of you. My house challenges you. LeBron, you have a lot of rings. You disappointed me though, LeBron. You gave up playing the Spurs. San Antonio is a beautiful city, but I wouldn't have gave them that championship. You did. I'm disappointed. That makes me think that sports is fixed. Right? It's entertaining, but it's just for the wealthy to gamble upon, which is worthless to me. Just let the game play out. Let the athletes be athletes. Let there not be no favorites. Right? I remember the best Super Bowl that I've ever watched was I think it was the Rams versus the Titans. Shout out to Steve McNair, one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Shout out to Ronald Cunningham too, and Mike Vick. And shout out to Mike Vick. Mike Vick came from prison and almost went to a goddamn Super Bowl. Playing amongst the strongest, fastest men that I've ever seen in the world. Fresh out of prison. Shout out to Michael Vick. I give you props, boy. What they did to you, and you still shined. That's why I love black people. Everybody else can hate us, but we still gonna shine. But I challenge you mighty gods. LeBron, we can play one-on-one in the astral realm. We'll see who's a better basketball player. I feel like I'm better. Kevin Hart, we can have a one-on-one roasting session in front of the world. We'll see who's funnier. I'm pretty sure your friends can help you write jokes. You seem like a pretty funny guy. Like a court jester. That's what you look like to me. A clown. I challenge you, mighty gods. Not blaspheming, Father, but I challenge you, mighty gods, to a one-on-one duel, battle, fight, whatever you want to do. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, season 3 is coming. Daemon and Aemon are going to have a big fight. Let's just say in this scenario, I'm Daemon. I don't want to be Daemon, but in this scenario, I'm Daemon. Who of you is going to be aiming to come see I and I? Huh? Who's going to ride out on their dragon and come meet me? If this matrix is to be, and time allows it, season 3 should be great. You guys need to hurry up on the production. You guys are a highly civilization, a high technology. Y'all got all type of high speed shit. Hurry up with the season because I want to see what happens between Damon and Eamon. Both my eyes want to see it. All right? To the mighty gods, I challenge you. I challenge you in the astral realm. This is a challenge. Do not be scared. They know about us now. They know that we exist. We can no longer move in the shadows. Do not be afraid. Stand up. Game of Thrones. But there's no game bigger. There's no throne bigger than the fight for the throne of the universe, of the multiverse, of the U-verse.